Halito, my name is Sarah Elisabeth Sawyer. I am a Choctaw author and storyteller. Welcome to the Imagination Center here at the NMAI. So excited to be here and see all of you beautiful faces. We're going to get started with a traditional Choctaw animal tale, and it's the story of how the turtle got cracks in his back. Okay? How the turtle got cracks in his back. What is your name? Lucy. I'm Sarah. It's good to meet you. Would you come on up here, Lucy? There we go. You can set your stuff right there. Everybody meet Lucy. This is our turtle today.
Hi, Lucy.
All right. Lucy. Okay.
Lucy, you can put your stuff right
Lucy,
here.
You want to set that there? Okay, Lucy. Turtle's walking through the forest one day. Can you walk along, crawl along like a turtle? Okay, there you go. Crawl along like a turtle. Okay, Turtle's going through the forest one day, and he hears all the excitement, or she hears all the excitement in the trees, and all the birds are flying around, and they're excited. And do you want to be one of the birds? Huh? Can you fly like a bird? Huh? Who wants to be one of the birds? Huh? You want to come fly like a bird? What's your name? That's fine. Where's my turtle at? Hey. All right, you're crawling around. Okay, who wants to be my bird? Can you fly like a bird? Huh? You want to come on up here and fly like a bird? Do you want to fly like a bird? Huh? No? Okay. And so Turtle asked the bird, what's going on? What's all the excitement about? Okay? And the bird says, we're getting ready to fly south for the winter. And the turtle says, crawl along, turtle, crawl along, okay? And the turtle says, I want to fly south for the winter with y'all. And the bird looks at the turtle and says, you can't fly south. Okay, you can't fly south. You don't have any wings. You're not a bird. And so the turtle was sad, said, I really want to fly south with you for the winter. And so the turtle is crawling along in the woods and thinking and kind of sad. And then the turtle has an idea. Okay, the turtle says, I'm going to get a strong stick, okay, and then I'm going to get two of my bird friends. They're going to hold on to one end of the stick. So Turtle, come on over here. And I need one more bird. One more bird. Do you want to be a bird? Huh? Come on, you can come. Just flap your wings. Come on over here, Turtle. Come on over here, bird. Okay, and you can go ahead and stand up. All right. You want to be a bird? Okay. And then the turtle's like, okay, I'm going to get a stick. Okay, bird, just stand right over here. All right. And he said, I'm going to get a stick, and you're going to hold on to each one. And the turtle says, I'm going to hold on to the middle of the stick. And when y'all take off flying, then y'all just carry me south with you. And so the bird said, okay, that's a good idea. So on the morning, keep crawling, Turtle. Just stand up. You can stand up and just crawl. There you go. And yeah, just do your crawl like this. Like this. There you go. She's fine. She's good. There you go. Okay, so the turtle gets out early in the morning, and we're going through the forest, and you find a stick, okay? And then come on over here with your bird. Huh? All right, I need one more bird. Come on up here. You're gonna be bird. Bird, come on over here. Turtle, come on over here. All right. Okay. Birdle and turtle. Huh? You can be the bird. Okay. Now stand right there and stand right there. And we got the bird, and the birds are flying, and they've got the stick. Okay. And then Turtle, you're gonna hold on to the stick. Okay. And it's in your mouth. All right. And you're holding on, and you're starting to take off very slowly. All right, and now you're flying, and the turtle's excited, the birds are excited, we're flying, and all the other birds get to looking around, and then off in the distance, the birds see the crows are coming, and the crows are coming, and the crows see them flying, okay, and the crow are flying. Turtle said, look at that turtle flying. Said, whoever thought of that was sure smart, all right, and the turtle's holding on that, it's like, the crows are wondering, who thought of that idea? And the turtle was so excited, he's like, I want everybody to know that I thought of this idea. So the turtle opens her mouth and says, I did, and she falls, and the turtle landed on her back, and it cracked into many, many pieces. And that's the story of how the turtle got cracks in her shell. And what do we learn from this? Pride goes before destruction. Thank y'all very much. Y'all take a bow. Kevin, come on up here. I just want to introduce, this is Kevin Lewis, the reason why I'm here in Washington, D.C. He's the program director for NMAI. So Thanks very much.
Artist Leadership
Enjoyed it.
Program,
Artist
not
Leadership Program. NMAI, Artist Leadership Program, and he's the program coordinator. So I just want to give him a special thanks. All right.
Do you want me to
I actually have, especially
There you go.
for our turtle.
Miss Turtle.
And all of our participants, we have a storytelling coloring book. And adults, you're welcome to take an extra one for kids and grandkids back home. And that has the story in it, so you'll always remember how the turtle got cracks.
Did I
in
get
his
everyone?
back. Did everybody get one? Who has ever been on a bus before? Who's been on a bus before? Yeah, I think everybody's been on a bus. Anybody seen a Mrs. Baird's bread truck? Do they still have those anymore? How about a U-Haul? U-Haul bus truck. You've probably seen a U-Haul. Okay, kind of imagine all of, say, a school bus and a Mrs. Baird's bread truck and a U-Haul bus all smashed together. Okay? You really can't get much of a picture of that, can you? Turn this off. You really can't get much of a picture on that. And that's exactly how the school kids felt in 1963 when this strange contraption came rolling up to the curb in front of their school in 1963. And that's how Linda Kay felt. She was about 10 years old. And they were all standing around the curb, and they got up close to it, and the side door rolled open. And this smell just drew her closer. And she started walking toward the bus. And she smelled the smell of books. Lots and lots of books. And her favorite teacher said, "Come on up, all of you kids, come on up, take your form, and we're going to give you a library card." So all the kids came up, and they got their library card, and Linda Kay took hers, and she went all the way back to the back of the bus in the history section. And she started going through all the books and looking at all the different books. And she picked out one about the Civil War and about Daniel Boone and some historical fiction. And she had 4 books all stacked together, and she could get 5. So she just needed one more book. And she was trying to pick it out when she heard someone behind her say, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" And she turned around and saw this really pretty Hispanic girl smiling at her. And she knew the girl was new at school and was looking to make friends. But Linda Kay couldn't speak Spanish. And so she said with this real Texas, Oklahoma accent, "No speak Spanish." And the girl turned around and walked off. And Linda Kay felt a little sad because she didn't have very many friends, because a lot of the other kids didn't really care to talk to her or play with her because she looked different. And so she remembered things that they would whisper when she would come up. They'd say, "Here comes Linda Kay. We're not going to play with her. Pretend she's not here." And they would run off. And so Linda Kay was alone a lot. And as she was looking on the shelf for that last book, she saw one that said Native Americans. And she pulled that book kind of halfway out of the shelf and looked at it, and no, she said, I'm just going to get 4 books. And as she turned around, she heard something that her daddy would always tell her. Be proud. Be proud that you're Indian. Be proud that you're Choctaw. And she was like, why did my daddy's words have to come up right now? He doesn't have to go to school with me. He doesn't have to go through this. And so just as she was turning around, the book kind of tumbled off the shelf and it opened up. And she saw this beautiful illustration of a girl with reddish brown skin and braided hair. And she held the book open and she looked at it. And she said, "She looks like me." And so she started thumbing through the pages and seeing all the teepees and the homes and the mothers and the fathers and the ponies. And it took her on a journey that she never forgot. And those words that her daddy spoke to her, to be proud that she was Choctaw, stayed with her for the rest of her life. And she was proud of being Choctaw and proud of being who she was created to be. And so what we learned from that story is to always be proud of who you're created to be and to respect others for what they were created to be. And right now, yeah, well, that's okay. I'd like to introduce y'all to Linda Kay from that story. In 1963, it's my mom, Linda Kay Sawyer, and she passed on the heritage, my Choctaw heritage, through all of my family. And I really respect her for that. We have a story that we're going to do together here in just a second. But actually, I'd like to show y'all something. People always ask me about this necklace. Y'all can come on in a little closer. Come on in, grab you a chair. When in April of 2010, my papa, who was the daddy in that story, got very ill, and my mom spent the week with him. And one day he was in bed, and she brought him the morning coffee, and he was laying there, and he said, "That sounds like a dove." He heard this coo, coo, and sure enough, it was doves right outside his window. About a couple of days later, he went into the hospital, and he didn't come out. And at his service that we had, they released doves, and one of the feathers landed near my mom's feet. And she picked it up, didn't know what she was going to do with it. But we worked for this lady who makes this jewelry, and she was able to make photocopies of it. My mom's actual necklace has this dove feather inside of it. And it has about my papa on the back. On the wings of a snow white dove was the story that he had written, that they always sang with. Did you see my necklace? It has a real dove feather in it, or a copy of it, a real dove feather. And so I always wear this in remembrance and honor of him, especially whenever I'm doing Choctaw tales for people. I have one more story. But if you're ready to go, well, okay, y'all have a good day. I got one more story, and I have one more thing to hand out too. Did y'all get a storytelling book? Did you get a coloring book? This one here? Did you get one of those? Okay. Thank you. Uh-huh. Y'all have a seat. Uh-huh. There you go. Have a seat. Uh-huh. It's warmed up some. Actually, we're not going to do the last story. We're just going to do the handouts, the deals, and
yeah, it's kind of hard in here.
I have a couple of pictures of some traditional Choctaw dress. That's one of our cultural dances that we do now. But a lot of people ask, well, what do Choctaws wear?
Yeah, I have
what?
being Choctaw.
Huh?
Don't forget I have
we'll
the
play
being
that.
Choctaw.
What do Choctaws wear? Any ideas? Huh? Any ideas? Something like that? That's what we used to wear. But I actually have a Choctaw here today to model the Choctaw clothes that we wear today in today's world. Okay, yes. Made out of feathers? No, we're not made out of feathers. That's a good guess though. Our Choctaw today is my mom, Linda Kay, who is a Choctaw. And as you can see, she's wearing this beautiful red and black shirt and black pants and just kind of decked out. I have another Choctaw here today, who is me. I just have a scarf, shirt, pants. Kind of looks like a lot what everybody else wears, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what Choctaws today wear. These pictures show, these are some of our traditional clothing that we wear for special occasions, kind of like you would get dressed up to go to a party. And that's what we wear today. And I have a video that I want to show you. It's real short, just about a minute long, and it's about being Choctaw.
is very heartfelt. It's a very emotional experience. It's something that I'm part of every day, that I live and I breathe and I feel.
Being Choctaw means being resilient.
We have been through and overcame many challenges in our history.
What it means to me to be a Choctaw is
to be keepers of our culture, preserve and protect our heritage.
persevering, growing, and just being on.
I feel very connected to my community. I feel very connected to my fellow tribesmen. And it's just an overwhelming, wonderful experience.
Our heritage and culture lives on. The Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma.
And that's the culture that I'm from, the Choctaw, the tribe that I'm from, the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. There's also the Mississippi Band of Choctaw, but I actually live in Texas, but I'm from the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. And that's about what I have. I do have a couple more. Do you have the Trail of Tears deal?
Yes.
In the 1830s, the Choctaws.
You want me to pass them out?
No, I got it. The Choctaws were removed from their homelands in Mississippi. And this is some of the treaties that were signed. These were some of the treaties that were signed for the removal, and that led them on the Trail of Tears. And we call it the Trail of Tears because it was a very sad journey. They went, some of them were forced to leave their homes in the middle of the night, and they had to leave with just the clothes that they had and the blankets that were around them when they left their home. And my family owned a farm called Honey Island in Mississippi that they had to leave behind. And on the journey over, they were in a wagon, and the father, Ezekiel, fell ill with a disease called cholera that was very prominent then. And it was in one of the coldest winters in history. And as they were in the wagon, 1831 was whenever their trail, it was over a 3-year period from 1831, 32, and 33 that they were removed from their homelands. And as they were traveling in the wagon and he fell ill, the wagon driver put him out of the wagon so that he wouldn't infect the others. And the family, the mother and 3 children, she got off the wagon with him. And the wagon driver said, no, don't get off. You know, I can't wait for him. He's going to be gone by morning. And she told her husband, said, we're not going to leave you. And she took her 2 sons who were 12 and 10 years old and her baby that she kept wrapped up in her shawl. And they got off the wagon with them. And they made a camp and built up the fire and built up brush all around them so they'd be safe from the wolves because they heard the wolves howling. Can you howl like a wolf? Yeah, they heard and that was scary out there at night with the wolves out there. So they built their fire up really big so they would be safe. And they took care of their dad while he was sick. And after another night there, he did pass away, and they laid him to rest there, the boys. And they started walking again. They were walking all by themselves, just the 4 of them. And they came to a river that was flooded. And she said, we're going to have to cross it. So she took her sons in each hand, and she tied the baby to her real close, and she started taking them across the river. And they got swept downstream and nearly drowned. And then they made it all the way across and walked the rest of the way to a fort where another family member came and met them and took them to their new home near Hugo, Oklahoma. And that's our family trail crossing, one of our branches of our family, and there are many, many similar stories. Oh, you're so sweet. There are many similar stories, but that's how the Choctaws, most of them, came to be in Oklahoma. Yeah. Do y'all have any questions? I will do my best to answer any questions that you have. But yeah, that was in the 1830s. There was the first treaty was signed in 1817 or 16 that really preluded the trail and the removal and the treaties. And actually on Monday I'm going to go to the National Archives and see those actual treaties that were signed by our chiefs at that time. Honey Island, we don't know who owns it. We did make a research trip there. We found it on an old Civil War map and took Google Earth and held that map up to it, and we were able to trace the Yazoo River encircles it completely and makes it an island. And we were able to find the roads that could get us close to it, and we were able to take pictures. But yeah, and it doesn't look like as much is being done with it at this time.
Just farming.
Yeah,
Still farming.
just still farmland. Very rich land in the Mississippi Delta. Very rich land. Yeah. That's a Chula. Huh? And where are y'all from? Where are you from? New York. Wow, I haven't been to New York. Do you like it there? Yeah.
Oh,
Do you?
awesome.
What do you have on your farm? Horses?
Ooh.
Oh, I love horses. Huh?
We're just moving back.
Ah, moving back to the farm. That sounds like a good plan. Where are y'all from?
We live here, but we're from Canada.
Okay, great. We actually have a Canadian artist here that's part of the artist leadership program that I'm in.
Oh, yeah?
That I'm here. Yeah, that's where she's from, but she lives in New York now.
Where in Canada?
But yeah, I don't remember actually, but yeah, I'll have to get her here. But yeah, well, wonderful. Well, thank y'all for coming. I hope you enjoy that. We did that last story. Were y'all here for the animal story?
No.
Yeah, I'll be doing it again too. But yeah, that we did the last story there, how the turtle got cracks in his back.
Oh, that sounds
And
like a good story.
yeah, were y'all here for it?
No,
Well, maybe we can just do it again right quick, cause
Yeah, that'd be good.
We've got a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah, the story of how the turtle got cracks in his back. Huh? You don't know that story of how the turtle? Cause see, supposedly he had a smooth shell on his back. Yeah. But then he got cracks in his back. So, and what is your name? Riley. Riley, I'm Sarah. It's good to meet you. Would you come on up here a second? You're going to be our turtle for this story, all right? And can you just kind of just stand here and you're going to kind of crawl along like a turtle. Can you do your hands like this? There you go. Okay, the turtle was crawling along in the forest one day. Okay, and here's all this excitement up in the trees. And keep crawling. And he's like, what's going on? Everybody's all excited. All the birds are flapping around and everything. So he decided to ask one of the birds, what's your name? Huh? What's your name? Gisela. Very beautiful name. I'm Sarah. You want to come on up here and be one of our birds? Huh?
You want to be a
Come on,
bird?
come on up here and just flap your wings. Can you flap? Can you flap your wings like a bird? There you go. Come on up here. Come on up, stand right here beside me. Come on. There you go. Just flap your. There you go. Okay.
Awesome.
And so Turtle asked the bird, why is everybody so excited? And so the bird said, we're all getting ready to fly south for the winter. And the turtle said, that turtle keep crawling. And the turtle said, that sounds great. I want to go south for the winter too. And keep flapping your wings, keep flapping, there you go. And the turtle said, I want to go south for the winter too. And the bird said, well, you can't fly. And the turtle said, I really want to go south with y'all in the winter. And so the turtle started thinking, how can I go south with the birds? And then he came up with a great idea. And the turtle said, I'll find a really good stick, okay? And then each of you birds, you're going to hold it in your beaks. Keep flapping. There you go. Keep crawling, turtle. There you go. Okay? And then he said, you're going to hold it in your beaks, and I'm going to hold it in my mouth right in the middle, okay? And then you can just carry me south in the winter with you. And so the bird said, okay, we can do that. And so very early in the morning, the turtle went crawling out in the forest, and he found a good strong stick, and he got his bird friend right over here. Just come right over here. And
Flap your wings.
Yeah, keep flapping your wings. Keep flapping your wings. In fact, you're such a good flapper. Would you come on up here too? You're going to be our other bird right up here. Right up here. Okay. And then each bird, so they've got the stick in their mouth. Come right over here. Right over here. Flap your wings, flap your wings, flap your wings. There you go, right there. There you go. Flap your wings. There you go. All right. Now, each of you, you've got your stick. I'll take your place for a second, all right? Okay, you got the stick, and the turtle's going to grab the stick in his mouth, okay? So the turtle's got the stick right here in his mouth, all right? And they get ready, and they start rising very slowly. And before you know it, they're flying, and the turtle's so excited, and the birds are excited, and all the other animals are saying, look at the turtle flying with the birds. And so then from off in the distance, the crows, you want to be a crow? Come on up here. You're going to be my crow here. And the crow looks at him and says, look at that turtle flying in the air with the birds. Okay, can he fly? Can he fly like a crow? Okay, and as they got closer, they said, look at that turtle flying with the bird. Come on over here. Okay. And he's like, wow, whoever thought of that idea must be really smart. Okay? And the turtle, he was so proud. He was like, oh, I want them to know that I thought of that idea. And so he replied to the crows, he said, I did. And when he opened his mouth to say that, the turtle fell and landed on his back and cracked his shell into many pieces. And that's how the turtle got cracks in his back. And from that story, we can learn that to watch our pride and whenever we do that. Y'all give him a good hand. Y'all take a bow. Good job, turtle and birds. All right, so everybody got a storytelling book, and if we could do the stickers, okay? Yeah, I got a couple of more stickers here, and then, well, there we go. There you go. And okay, get those. And I have something that for y'all, but I'm going to give it to your parents because they are pins and they have little sharp at the back, whenever you take that. But that's a little pin of the Great Seal of the Choctaw Nation. I'll give that to Dad too. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lapel pin, so there's one for her, but it's got pointy. Yeah, it's the Choctaw Nation. Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. Can I take the sticker off? Sure thing.
Oh, okay.
Where do you want to put the sticker?
Here we go.
On your tummy?
Where do you want it? Huh? You want it right there? Oh, look at you. Now see, that's a bow and 3 arrows and a peace pipe. And that's that's the Great Seal of the Choctaw Nation. Very nice. Very nice. Well, thank y'all for coming.
For doing it again.
You're welcome. Enjoyed it. Yeah, you did a great job.
Here's a sticker too.
Y'all enjoy the activity center.
Do you want to put Mommy's sticker on too?
Huh? Do you need another sticker?
She's going to wear Mommy's sticker.
Oh, you're going to put Mommy's sticker on. How sweet. Oh, that is a little hard to get off, okay?
Where do you
put
want to
it
put that one?
put that right there.
Oh, you want to put it on Mommy?
Yeah, she's got to put it on there.
That's perfect.
There you go. Y'all enjoy it. Yeah, there's some flute music. Music. Do you know what kind of instrument that is? Huh?